It feels like it's only been a couple days since WandaVision ended, and of course, in some way, broke the internet from people who have absolutely positively built up this massive expectation in their own mind. Now we get our hands on Falcon and the Winter Soldier in what absolutely feels like it is a return to 2014, and I say that in the best possible way. I love Falcon. I love Winter Soldier. I love Bucky Barnes and Sam Wilson and their contribution to the MCU at large. And I love that we're getting to spend some downtime with them and getting to see that their struggles are happening on a day-to-day basis. It's not something we spent a lot of time with in the greater MCU, even with its mainstay heroes. And this time we actually get to see Sam Wilson having money troubles. I know that sounds weird, but it's cool. I know it sounds weird, but it's all right. You know what I mean? So let me explain. So I don't want to go too far into it. This is more of a quick thought situation. What I like about this particular show is that it picks up right after the events of WandaVision, a few weeks later, after the blip, and they're trying to figure out what life is like coming back to normal. You got Bucky having nightmares in therapy, trying to make amends for the things that he did as he was a Winter Soldier and trying to find himself with a new life. But he's also so closed off that he can't even really go on a date. You got Sam, who is actively working for the government, is still seeking income with having these government contracts, but wants to come back and fix up his family's boat and not sell it or the house. But he's currently fighting with his sister and they can't get loans. It's kind of a weird dynamic. It's so tonally and fundamentally different from what we got out of WandaVision that it's night and day. But that's the whole point. WandaVision was very experimental. Falcon and Winter Soldier is very mainline Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's perfectly great. Now, let me start off by saying that the opening action sequence was pretty awesome, and the special villain that popped up, I thought that was great. I thought it was a nice callback to have that villain come back, and that it was a great way to introduce Sam into a post Captain America world while still taking us back to 2014 with the Russo Bros. There's a lot of love in that opening action sequence, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. It has a lot of 80s, 90s action vibes to it, and really Anthony Mackie pulls the whole thing off with style. Visually speaking, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? I feel like the visuals are not as crisp as WandaVision. It's shot in a kind of a different way. More Tony Scott, Beverly Hills Cop 2, if I'm being honest with you. That's the vibe I get from it. They're trying to maintain a bit of an aesthetic. They're trying to do a bit more with it. But what really stuck out to me the most was Bucky. And I'm again, this is kind of just a first reaction, right? Bucky has the most interesting story because, we don't know what it was like for him coming out of being Winter Soldier. I mean, we got a little bit with Bucky here and there, a little bit in Captain America Civil War, a little bit in Infinity War, a little bit at the end of Endgame. That was really about it. Not a lot, not a great deal with him. But now we find out that he's trying to do the right thing, that he's trying to be the better person, and that he's dealing with all of this anger and all of this regret on top of all of these nightmares about and really in this case, one act that he did that was just, heinous. And then you find out what he's doing to try to make up for it. And it's tearing him apart inside. And there's this moment at the end of the episode where he was going to do this one thing, and he was in the moment to do it, and it was the right thing to do, but he choked. And so obviously they're going to play up to that for the course of the next 5 episodes. That's going to be a storyline that's going to get resolved down the road. There's going to be conflict and resolution. I get it, but it's a good story nonetheless. We're getting good acting with Anthony Mackie and and Bucky Barnes for some reason, who's Sebastian Stan, whose name I couldn't remember. And we did get our new look at Wyatt Russell, who is going to be the new Captain America. And what I loved about the end of that was that he had he has the Kurt Russell smile and the wink, which to me was amazing because I love Kurt Russell. I grew up with Kurt Russell. So seeing his son really kind of embody The smile and the look and the wink, it brings up a bit of a Jack Burton vibe, a bit of a Tango and Cash vibe. Kurt Russell, you know, it's like, I'm okay with that. And I mean, yeah, he was also Ego in Guardians too. That was a number of years ago, but it's cool seeing his kid. You know, it's cool seeing his kid. I don't know where the season is going to take us. I don't know where the series is going to take us. They didn't really establish much in this episode that that would hook it towards the end, really. You know, I know like the reveal of the new Captain America, we already knew about that. And they're setting up another villain, and I get that. But it doesn't really, that's the problem though, is maybe this needed 2 episodes, or it needed a little bit tighter editing or a little bit more exposition to kind of like set the hook. The action was really good. So that's going to be a big mainstay. And it definitely was some Marvel Cinematic Universe level action. So that was great. Actually, I'd say some of the best Marvel Cinematic Universe action. It's going to be hard to break that one down. But anyway, I just wanted to put my thoughts out there real quick as I get ready to go and rewatch the episode in order to do my breakdown, which you guys can find that on here on the channel as well. Let me know your thoughts about it. Good, bad, or the other. I want to hear. And if you guys want to talk about this when I can get the ability to live stream back, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great night. Thank you again for watching, and peace out.